Once upon a time, there was a young man named John. John had a dream of becoming a successful musician, and he had been working hard toward that goal for years. He spent countless hours practicing his instrument, writing songs, and performing at local venues. However, despite his best efforts, John could not seem to rest. It was consistently rejected by record labels, radio stations, and music festivals. It felt like he was hitting a brick wall every time he tried to take a step forward. At first, John was devastated by all the rejection. He felt like giving completely abandoning his dream. However, after a few weeks of wallowing in self pity, he realized that he could not let rejection define him. He knew he was talented and had something of value to offer the world. So he decided to use rejection as motivation instead of blocking. John sees rejection as an opportunity to learn and grow. He studied the feedback that he received from record labels and music critics, and he used that information to improve his craft. He sought out advice from other musicians and industry professionals, and he took their feedback to heart. He embraced the idea that rejection was just a part of the journey towards success, and that every rejection brought him one step closer to his goals. Over time, John's attitude towards rejection began to pay off. He started to get noticed, even got some airtime on local radio stations. Slowly but surely, John's dream was starting to come true. Of course, John still faced rejection from time to time, yet he had gotten the hang of accepting it. He no longer viewed rejection as a sign of personal failure, but rather as a chance to develop and advance. He knew that success was not going to come overnight, but he was willing to put in the work and keep pushing forward. Eventually, John's hard work paid off in a big way. He landed a record deal with a major label and released his debut album to critical acclaim. He went on tour across the country, playing sold out shows and winning our fans at every stop. It was dream come true for John, and he knew that he could not have gotten there without all the rejection that came before. In the end, John's story is a reminder that rejection is not end of the road, but just a bump in the journey. It's natural to feel discouraged and disappointed when we get rejected, but we must not to let that defeat us. Instead, we must use rejection as a motivator to work harder, learn more, and grow as individuals. Success will not come easily, but it is always attainable if we are prepared to keep moving forward despite several setbacks.